Hey, welcome to my channel. My name is Lost Bobbin. I'm putting together a series of short videos where I create a cute village around my iron farm. But instead of a village green, I'm gonna have a killing chamber on the inside. Charming! I'm back with the second video. Today, I'm going to build a cool barn for all the shepherds. I tore down all the generated village buildings and I'm going to be using all the materials from a normal plains village for my barn. So I'm going to be using oak planks, oak log, oak fence. Because I'm building the shepherd's barn right next to the librarian house, I'm going to need to move a few things to make room. So this is going to be a real simple construction. I'm using the oak log as kind of the frame and then the oak planks in between. Instead of glass, I'm going to use the fence posts for the windows. There's going to be enough space inside for me to move around, but it's not going to be huge. Let's see, I want a nice offset for the barn doors, and we're going to do the architecture. It's going to be a monitor barn. So this style has the second story that's used for storage and then a bay on each side for the animals. So it's really nice and symmetrical. Okay, give me a moment while I just make sure everything is coordinated. Remember, I'm putting the perimeter in first, and then I'm going to switch to a time lapse for the walls and the roof. Then I'll come back and do the detailing and the groundwork at a more regular pace. So in reality, barn doors should be big, but I'm just going to fake it with some trap doors in between the regular oak doors. It's more important to me for the village to keep these guys safe. I mean, it's going to look bigger, but it'll still actually function in the game to open and close. To begin my time lapse, I'm going to work on the interior. The perimeter of the floor will be oak planks with trap doors to make them un-spawnable surfaces. And then I'm going to put in path block in the center to make it barn-like. I was inspired to use the red glazed terracotta in this build. I think it ties in with the banding of the hay bales, and I can add the roses and poppies outside on the grass blocks, to kind of help break up that area. My dad has an old barn like this on his property. He used his to store just hay, and then he built a new modern one close to his house for his cattle. My roof is made of stairs and slabs, just to keep the golems off. To the side here, I'm going to build a paddock for the sheep. I have a ton of fencing from our zombification adventure. It's great that I got most of these materials by just tearing down the original village. I'm using hay bales as decorations, and I'm placing them very specifically. So these are under the eaves, so a golem's not going to be able to spawn on top of them. And then on this one, I'm going to add a little bit of glow lichen. It will add light, and it should stop spawning. As I mentioned before, I'm going to fill in the area with red roses and the poppies. It'll be a nice red contrast with the yellow and the yellow oak wood. Inside the sheep paddock, I'm going to add some more hay for them to eat. But of course, I'm also going to make it so they can't jump out. Okay, I'm going to switch these out real quick. I want to get it in the right direction, so it just kind of looks cool. Okay, that's neat. Okay, so now they can't get out and golems can't spawn on them either. So that's pretty cool. And then just some more roses. We'll add some poppies here and there as well. Then we'll add some path block in here in front of the door, and we're going to have path going all the way back to the library, and we'll have some other path going around to where my stone cutters are. And we're going to put some path in with the sheep as well. So I can break some of the blocks underneath the fence gate here and replace those with a solid moss block. I'm going to be using moss carpet all over the place, and I don't want it to just look like moss carpet on grass, so by adding moss blocks here, it's a nice mix. I can multiply these poppies with my bone meal, and I'm also going to add just a little bit of grass texture here and there around the outside. I don't know if tall grass is going to stop the golems from spawning. I will definitely let you know in the comments once all the videos are done and my iron farm is turned back on. But for now, I'm just adding a couple moss carpets here and there, a little texture, a little color break. Looks good. Alright, so now because I've got all these moss carpets, I can also hide some of my lighting. So it's not just torch spam all over the place. I'll take care of that bit by bit. Let's get a sheep in here, but without the cow. Okay, thank you, cow. And we can put our fence posts on top of these moss blocks, and then the sheep's in there. Awesome. You know, I'm curious what the sheep does with the grass. Alright, so let's take a quick look inside so I can show you around. I've got the trapdoors here blocking all these oak planks from being spawnable, and then I put in the path block, very barn-like, and I've got the pretty raised terracotta up there, and some hay bales, and that's really about it. A simple interior for the villagers. So I thought I was done, but I wasn't, because after I stopped recording, I decided to do some more stuff, and I learned some cool stuff about sheep. First thing I did was put more sheep here, and then I noticed that they ate all of my tall grass, which, you know, is kind of a cool Minecraft thing, except now I'm going to have to fill in that whole area with the moss carpet and flowers. I also decided to plant a wheat field out here. A golem can spawn as far as 16 blocks from the pillow of the head of the village. So to be safe, I just counted out 16 blocks from the closest pillow, and I planted wheat all over the place. So that's going to be it for the shepherd's barn. Thank you so much. Stay tuned for the next episode. I'm going to build a farmer's market for my farmers. Bye.